Breaking. Judge Paulina Zinnes orders Trump to return a suspected MS-13 member from an El Salvadoran jail. Stephen Miller responded with, Marxist judge now thinks I'm losing my mind here. Okay.
Well,
so we're going to talk about this. We're going to get back to domestic politics here in the United States, because Donald Trump isn't just ripping apart the American economy and global trade as we know it after multiple decades of American policy leading that was designed where, you know, the American consumers benefited, but the American labor force also lost big. Donald Trump is also, of course, destroying the pre-existing due process in this country. Donald Trump is also directly creating a constitutional crisis. This is yet another escalation on that front where another court order has taken place. This is now going to be the second time that Donald Trump and his administration defies a direct court order. Okay, let's take a look.
welcome back. Continuing with the news here in Maryland today, we are staying on top of breaking news. Moments ago, a judge in Maryland ordered a man arrested by ICE in Maryland last month and mistakenly deported to El Salvador be returned to the United States next week.
The government admitted the deportation was a mistake, but maintained they no longer had the power to bring him back to the United States.
WJZ investigator Mike Helgren live outside federal court in Greenbelt. He has reaction to that ruling. Mike.
Denise, Nikki, the judge strongly disagreed and says the U.S. does indeed have the power to bring him back, and says the Trump administration took Kilmar Abrego Garcia without due process or any legal basis. Cheers greeted the wife of Kilmar Abrego Garcia after she won a court victory against the government for wrongly deporting her husband shortly after he left work in Baltimore last month. A judge ordered he be returned to the United States by 11:59 p.m. Monday.
I want to say thank you to everyone.
Remember, she didn't even know that he was disappeared, and she only found out because she watched the 4K concentration camp videos that the Salvadoran government posted, and she recognized his neck tattoo. That's how horrifying this situation is.
One that has helped us, that has supported us in fighting this, and we will continue fighting for Kilmar, for my husband.
ICE agents arrested Abrego Garcia and sent him to a notorious prison in his native El Salvador, despite a 2019 court order that he would be persecuted there and barring his deportation. The plaintiff should not have been removed. That is not in dispute, the government's attorney said in a stunning admission. And later, when the judge asked on what basis is he held, why is he held?
Yeah. What's crazy about it is that the government, out of all of the people, this is not the only person that had their due process violated and unjustifiably shipped off to El Salvador. This is the only one that ICE openly admitted they f***ed up on due to an administrative error, they said. I'm going to show you Bukele's response in a second. Hold on. That's coming. I know.
Held there, of all places, the government's attorney told her, I don't know. He also admitted the absence of evidence speaks for itself and pleaded for 24 hours to reason with top immigration officials to demand Abrego Garcia be returned.
She found that the government did not dispute that there was no legal basis whatsoever for his deportation. She found that the government's arguments that she was powerless to order him brought back to the United States were without legal merit. And she found that he was suffering irreparable harm with every day that goes by while he's separated from his family and while he's detained under such harsh conditions in the infamous CCOT prison.
Yeah, this is how the White House has replied. We suggest the judge contact President Bukele because we are unaware of the judge having jurisdiction or authority over the country of El Salvador. As in, it's out of our hands now. It's in the hands of El Salvador. Nayib Bukele responded to the End Wokeness account with this gif. The president of El Salvador, which is not even a gif at all, I think. Or I guess it is a gif, but... Breaking. Judge Paulina Zinnes orders Trump to return a suspected MS-13 member from an El Salvadoran jail. Stephen Miller responded with, Marxist judge now thinks I'm losing my mind here, dude. Yes, the American government has authority over prisoners that we sent to El Salvador mistakenly. This is a horrifying precedent to set. Oopsie, sorry. Tomorrow we send an American citizen there without due process, and we turn around and we say, guess what? Sorry, even if the judge demands that this American citizen return, no, he has to be a slave for the rest of his life now. Do you not understand how devastating this is? How terrifying this is? We're in it. The depravity is never ending. Made me feel ill. Oh yeah, this is Israel. Grandson eliminated. This is, of course, open source intel. Grandson of Hamas leader Khalil al-Hayya has been eliminated today in Gaza. He was 2 years old. This is the grandson that was eliminated. The account that is like posting this, celebrating it. The murder of a 2-year-old child. A baby. Like literally a baby. Just the Nazification is happening at a rapid clip, you know?
To do with something more.
I can't watch Barack Obama after that. Anyway, here's